Alright everyone, welcome to my first Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube video. So I just wanted to make this one because I didn't realize that this deck that I built could combo the way that it ended up comboing. So we're going to watch and see what happens when you assemble kind of the combo on the board here. So the number one card in this combo is Risen Reach. It's super strong. Basically, when you play it, either when it enters the battlefield or if it's on the battlefield already, if another elemental enters the battlefield, then you can look at the top card of your library, or you do look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped, and if it's not, you may put it into your hand, which is important. You don't draw it, you put it into your hand, which is super nice because that dodges Narset. Narset making you unable to draw more than one card per turn, which is super, super helpful. And the other reason that's good is because you can't deck yourself with this. So when you are going off, as long as you know you can win on this turn, you can draw your entire deck. It doesn't matter, basically, because you're not drawing it. So as you can see here, my first priority is to ramp. This is super nice because unlike normal decks, mana dorks don't just come in green for elementals, they come in red too, which is super important. Another main piece of this combo is the Runaway Steamkin. And the way the combo works, I'll kind of show you as it happens, but basically you kind of get into a position where every time you cast a cheap red elemental spell, it triggers Steamkin, it triggers Risen Reef, and if you have Omnath on the board and Risen Reef gets you a land onto the field, then Omnath can put a counter on another elemental, and you can put that on the Steamkin. And that makes it really easy to build up to 3 counters on Steamkin, which you can then exchange for 3 additional red mana. So basically what we're going to be trying to do here is get to the point where we have enough Risen Reef on board, we have at least 1 Steamkin and an Omnath, and we've ramped a little bit already, and then we're going to be able to do this combo. Now, this is the first time I do it, so you see here that I'm hesitating on whether to play Risen Reef. It's absolutely the best play here to play Risen Reef over the Steamkin. I kind of want to wait until I'm ramped enough to be able to play Steamkin and then something out of it. So I play Risen Reef here, going to get a land, going to get an Omnath, that's great. Having multiple Omnath isn't terrible. Play my Steamkin, triggers Risen Reef twice, get another Steamkin, we'll get another land, it's going to be fine. So this next turn, I believe, is when I combo off. I actually haven't watched this all the way through since it's happened. It may actually be the turn after this, but it's getting to the point where we're building up a nice little board stalemate, and to be honest, that works in my favor much better than the opponent's favor. In fact, I'm a little bit surprised that they don't attack here, especially because I don't have great blocking. I'm not sure what they're thinking. I think they're trying to get their value out of a Johnny. Yeah, they don't attack here, and it's a little bit confusing. They definitely need to be pressuring me in this matchup. They attack with the 4/4, that's what it is. And I was like, alright, I'll take 4 damage, you know, like whatever. Alright, so yeah, so basically the way you're going to do this is I'm going to play Omnath, which basically is kind of the third piece of the puzzle here. I've got 2 Risen Reefs, which is great. You want to be around 2. I've got Steamkin. You probably want 2 Steamkins as well, so I guess putting the second Steamkin makes sense here. You know, get my draws off Risen Reef, get my lands off Risen Reef, scry 1, keep that on top. We're going to play Omnath, we're going to do a bunch of damage, we're going to basically kill his Ajani here. Oh, that's why I did it. I threw in the other Steamkins so that I'd have enough elementals that Omnath's after the battlefield trigger would be enough to kill the Ajani. So I count up my elementals here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Risen Reef triggers, get a land. The land's going to enter the battlefield and trigger the Omnath, which is nice. So I'm going to put one on my more countered Steamkin, so now I have 3 counters. Draw a few cards, kill the Ajani, and we're going to play this Scampering Scorcher. This is a super good card because not only is it a finisher by giving all of your elementals haste that are currently on the board, but it triggers Risen Reef so many times. it's 3 times per Risen Reef. So you just get a shit ton of draws and a shit ton of lands, and you can see that this is where the combo starts rolling, because now every time a land enters, I get to put a counter on the Steamkin. Once that gets to 3, I get 3 more mana to cast spells, and we're off to the races. So, play another land here, put another counter on the Steamkin, and then I'm going to start playing a bunch of red elemental spells. It's going to be great. Can't play the Omnath. I don't have a green mana available. So that's the other thing you have to kind of watch out for in this combos. You're a lot less likely to be able to get the combo off with like an Omnath and the battlefield kill. It's almost always going to be a combat step kill. But since I'm against a pretty big board here, I think I end up just building the board and passing. Also, this deck wasn't in its final form when I filmed this, so I don't actually run any of the Chandra's Spitfire, or whatever that Chandra's Flame thing is, and then the Living Twister I don't run anymore. I actually run some 1-drop red elementals, the Scorch Spitters, because they feed this combo very well. So, here I just kind of go off, get to play more and more red spells, because every time I play a red spell, it triggers the Steamkins, but then they pay for themselves. As soon as the Risen Reef triggers, I get more lands, I get more counters, I get more mana, I get more red spells, I get more triggers, I get more lands, I get more counters, I get more red spells. That's the combo. So we kind of just go off indefinitely. And in fact, you can draw your whole deck if you're lucky. I mean, I think it's very unlikely that you don't draw your whole deck at this point if you're trying to. I kind of stop after a while, and when it's clear that I have enough damage to kill. But if you wanted to be very deterministic about it, you could draw your whole deck. Now, that does mean, that depends on you getting enough lands to come in. But I think the thing is, usually if you only get elementals, this deck mostly has red elementals, so you end up getting mana through Steamkin that way. So it's very hard to not keep hitting with the combo. Now here I stop, I'm like, you know what, I'm actually not going to attack here. Which is funny, this is the first time I did this, and I shouldn't really do this. I should have kept going until I won. Actually, I'm not sure if I do here. Maybe I do. I certainly don't attack here, but I think I'm going to keep comboing off. And then next turn I'll swing in for the win. And I make them do math as blockers. As should always happen. Maths for blockers. So yeah, I mean, it hasn't gone infinite, but I think I draw my deck next turn. So Risen Reef is too strong. If you see Risen Reef on your opponent's elemental board, you just need to kill that shit. Like, it's so powerful. Worth a bolt, worth a lava coil even. Just get that shit out of here. I don't run any recursion. And the other thing this deck is weak to is board wipes. Like, hella weak to board wipes. Like, if you get like 2 Risen Reefs on the field and you don't combo off, and they have a board wipe, you're done. So it's kind of a risky deck. I don't think it's the most competitive deck, but it's so much fun when you can go off. But yeah, like the main combo, like the main finishing part of this combo is the fact that these Lavakin Brawlers, they give themselves plus X when they attack, plus X plus 0, and where X is equal to the number of elementals you control. So, that's fine and dandy, but the really cool part of the combo is that the Lavakin creatures, or whatever you call those, it's another 4 mana, it's the 4 mana 1/1 that creates 2 1/1 elemental tokens when you put it into play, and it gives all your elementals haste. Now that will, with combined with Brawler, is just super strong, because you just basically play that, all of a sudden your Brawlers are swinging for like 12 each, and you should be able to play all of your Brawlers, at a time. I don't know what, obviously, so this attempt was really bad, because I basically was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know how to combo, this is the first time, so I end up like passing the turn and discarding like half my deck. But whatever. Like if they untap and board wipe here, I'm just completely dead. Luckily, I don't think that's what happens. I would have chosen a different clip if that's what happens. So yeah, This is me discarding a billion cards. But yes, the problem with this combo is a 3-card combo, or like almost a 4-card combo, because you kind of need either 2 Risen Reefs or 2 Steamkins to really go off, and obviously need Omnath. So it's like turn 5 if you get the super nut draw, turn 6 otherwise, just like pretty decent for a combo. Not the best, but it's fun as hell. Just play elementals, play elementals, play elementals. He just kind of plays a card here and ends the turn, and I get to just win. So I play my Lord Elemental, my Creeping Trailblazer. It's gonna proc this. You know, it's red. Procs everything in the world, with every land in the world. I decline because I'm like afraid of decking myself, but then I kind of realized that it doesn't matter that I deck myself here. That's why I stopped myself last turn. You know, in future games I'll recognize when I can win in one turn, and then I'll just do all the combo before combat, and then I'll win on the combat step. But this game I didn't, so I had to leave myself at least 1 card to draw per turn. I left myself 2 just in case. I'm going to play out my Lords. These triggers don't do anything now, but they don't kill me because they don't draw, which is super nice. So here I swing, and you can see the Lavakin Brawlers, all 4 of them get plus like 25. 25 elementals on the board, so 25 power each. He's going to do his best to block. He's going to like, oh, I guess I'll block your Steamkins or something. And I think he let me have my fun, which is very nice of him. I appreciate that. And yeah, so in a more real game, you would combo off with an Omnath, probably to get rid of a blocker, and then have it on the board to just trigger the counter effect. Like, it's very rare you're going to be able to play out your whole thing and then Omnath at the very end. Especially because at that point you'll probably have tapped all your lands, and the Steamkin only generates red mana, so you need blue and green mana for Omnath. So the way that you play out the combo, ideally, is that you play the Omnath, you clear a blocker or something, or probably you play the second Steamkin. Like, your ideal turn 5 setup for this combo is like Risen Reef, Steamkin. And then you play Steamkin into Omnath, into all your Trailblazers, into all of your red elementals, just comboing, and then you finish with your Brawlers into your Hasty Boys. And that's it.